along with extra parents, billion and grocery challenge, with arrested after authorities. I'm making some keto chili. I'm using beef and also turkey meat in here. Make sure that you can see it. You can see I have everything already browned and seasoned here in my pan. I'm going to leave my turkey broth or my meat broth in here so I can have lots of flavor. Over here I have my seasoned vegetable. Okay, this is my chili meat. I'm going to try it again. This is all cooked and brown. I'm going to be adding in my seasoned vegetables to this, which I have cooked over here. These were wet. They came from a frozen package, but I have let them dry out by letting them cook over here on the stove. When you go ahead and add these two together. You'll be fired from your next job for refusing to compromise your religious beliefs. Within 10 years, you'll be watching your former castmates careers where you can barely book a guest spot. Within 20 years, you'll be battling. To that, I'm going to add some tomato paste and also some Rotel diced tomatoes and green chilies. These are the easiest for me to use because they're diced up. I do have some in there already, but I want to add more. I am making keto chili, and I like to make this a lot, especially when it's cold. It's so comforting, it's so soothing, and it tastes so good. The keto chili that I'm making today is very, very high protein. And if you're concentrating on protein, it's something really, really good that you should add into your diet. Here I'm going to add in different ingredients. And what I want to say is season your chili like you want it. I am going to be adding in different ingredients to my chili. And I try to keep my chili on the keto side, so you won't be seeing me add in any beans. Now, if you're like beans, you can add in beans, and this is going to give you a lot more protein in your chili. Making this chili is so easy and it's so quick. A lot of times when I'm making my chili, I will cut up and add in a lot of more fresh vegetables, but this time I used the frozen, and that's why I'm adding in a little bit more things to the seasoning. But adding in the fresh vegetables makes it taste oh so good if you have time to prep your vegetables. I tell you all, this keto chili is so delicious, and it's so very easy to make. You can add in a lot of different vegetables to this to make it your own, a lot of different spices. I could have added in some tomatoes, but I didn't because, like I said, I'm trying to keep it very low carb and I'm trying to keep it keto. But add in spices and meats and different things that you like so that you can make this your chili. This chili has a lot of different vegetables in it. Also, if you want to keep this keto friendly, then you don't have to worry about the carbs in it. And it's high protein, you all. I used 85 15 ground beef, and I used ground turkey, lean. This is oh so good and great to have in your diet. I like to use the 2-alarm chili kit. This is not a full kit, so I'm going to be using what I have left in here, and then I'll be adding in chili powder to this. But season it like you want it. You can make your chili as hot as you like it. You can add in peppers. Like I said, it is completely up to you. I like to make my chili, and then as I'm eating my chili, I like to add different condiments. Tell me if you do that. I like to add things like sour cream. I like to add jalapeno peppers. I like to add cheese, and sometimes maybe even a little salsa. Different ways to eat my chili. And sometimes when I make my chili, I will add it to my protein chips, and I will have myself some delicious keto nachos. As a matter of fact, I think I will use some of my chili for that I am making today. Have you ever made keto chili, or have you ever made homemade chili before? Also, what type of weight loss journey are you on? Do you eat certain type of foods, or are you off into eating high protein? This meal is a very good high protein meal, and like I said, you can make it more high protein by the different vegetables that you add into it. This keto chili can be kept in the refrigerator, and also you can add some keto crackers to this if you like. And it's very easy to make your own keto crackers. You can just make them out of cheese. Yes, you can just use cheese and a little bit of everything but the bagel, and bake these in the oven, and you'll have you some delicious keto crackers to go along with your chili. Now, of course, I have to make something delicious to go along with this, and I have decided that I'm going to make some keto cornbread. Yes, you all, this is a very easy and quick recipe also that I'm going to share with you, because I'm going to pair the two. I tell you, this is a great comfort food, and like I said, it's very, very high protein, and it's going to make you feel good when you're hangry and you want to come in and have something to eat right away. This keto chili is a great meal prep to have ready in your refrigerator for you anytime you want to have something quick, delicious, and comforting. Let me go ahead and taste the chili to see how it tastes. And I know I'm going to be adding in some more seasoning. So, like I said, make sure that you season to taste. So, of course, since I'm having some keto chili, I have to have something really delicious to go with that. And what I'm going to have is I'm going to make some delicious keto cornbread. This cornbread is so delicious. It's easy to make, and it will totally complement the chili. I'm going to end up making two types of cornbread, because I'll make Kenny some Jiffy cornbread, and then I'll make the keto cornbread for myself. And that way I'll have bread for both of us in the refrigerator, cornbreads in the refrigerator for both of us to enjoy with our meals also this week. I am using great value almond flour, and I'm using 2 cups. Now you can use almond flour of choice. They have very many different brands. To this, I'm going to be adding a 1/4 cup of coconut flour. And I'm going to be mixing these two flours together. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is add all of the dry ingredients and mix everything at one time. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt to this. And the type of salt that I'm using is the Himalayan pink salt. And I'm using that because of the great benefits that it has. So every chance that I have to use this salt, I do. To this, I'll also be adding 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Now, I forgot to look to see what type of baking powder I was using, but add 3 teaspoons of baking powder. My baking powder has been in the cabinet for a while, so I've got to make sure that I get 3 teaspoons out of this. To this, I'm going to be adding a third cup of a keto sweetener. Now, if I had the Lakanto monk fruit sweetener, that is what I would use. But I'm going to be using a third cup of the Swerve sweetener, and I'm using the granulated sugar replacement in this recipe. I'm going to combine all of these dry ingredients together. And once I combine everything in the bowl, then I'm going to make sure that I mix these ingredients up really, really good. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my wet ingredients to this. Here I am adding in a third cup of the keto sweetener so that you know how much to add in if you're going to try and make this. This is the same keto cornbread recipe that I use to make my keto cornbread stuffing for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So you can do the same. This cornbread is so delicious and so very good. I'm going to go ahead and mix together my dry ingredients. Make sure that you are mixing your dry ingredients together really, really well. After I mix my dry ingredients together, I'm going to go ahead and start adding in my wet ingredients. I'm going to be adding in 3 large eggs, and I like to crack my eggs separately because, like I said, I was cooking one day. Anyway, I ran into a bunch of bad eggs, and so since then, I have been making sure that I crack my eggs separately. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the eggs. Now I'm also going to go ahead and add in all of my wet ingredients, and then I'll go ahead and mix everything together. I'm going to be adding in a whole stick of butter. A whole stick of butter is a half a cup, which I believe is like 8 tablespoons. So I'm going to melt my butter in the microwave, and then I will be adding it all into my cornbread. And to this also, I will be adding a third cup of sour cream. So let's go ahead and get all of these items mixed into the cornbread. After adding all of my wet ingredients into my dry ingredients, I'm going to go ahead and mix everything together really, really good. And I mean, you want to mix it really good. Fold it over, do whatever you have to do but make sure that you mix all of your ingredients very, very well as you are making your cornbread. As I said, this keto cornbread is the perfect pairing for the chili. It's got a great comforting texture. The texture, to me, it's just like cornbread, and it also has a buttery taste because I add lots of butter to my cornbread as I'm making it, and then also at the end I add butter on the top. I like to melt that and spread it around. So it's totally low carb, and therefore you can enjoy it guilt free. Also, this cornbread, it's not only super easy to whip up, but it also keeps well in the refrigerator for days. So it's a no fuss, make ahead staple for here. You can see the texture of the cornbread is a little bit different than the regular cornbread, but you want to make sure you have all of the ingredients mixed together very, very well. Once you have everything mixed together very well, make sure that you have a pan prepared where you grease the pan and put a little bit of flour into the pan so that your cornbread does not stick. I'm going to go ahead and add the cornbread mixture to the pan, and just make sure that you got it in the pan, covering the sides. You know, you want to make sure that you get a pan full of this deliciousness. Once you fill the pan, then go ahead and set your oven to 350, and you're going to bake this anywhere from 20, 25 to 30 minutes. Um, you can kind of tell, look and see how brown that you want the top of your cornbread to be, and then just kind of take it from there. You can also insert a knife in the middle of your cornbread, just to make sure that it comes out where it doesn't stick, and then you'll know that it is ready. But I usually just go by the color of the top of my bread, how it is browning. I'm winding down and doing my cleaning in the kitchen for the night. I also just finished making Kenny's cornbread, so I'm going to get ready to put that in the oven so that it can bake also. That way we each have some cornbread readily available for us in the refrigerator for both of our meals that we want to have this week. And we both have a choice of what we like to eat, and we get to eat the way that we prefer to eat. So yes, he has cornbread and I have cornbread, and we're both going to enjoy it so much with this keto chili. Okay, so I have just finished putting everything on that I'm going to be making today. I have some keto chili. I made some keto cornbread and also some regular cornbread. Um, I'm also going to make a couple of other things as far as to have protein prepped for this week. As far that has really helped me to stay on track this week. And I am sweating profusely. Like I said, it's hot here in my little kitchen whenever I'm cooking. So that's why you just don't see me sharing a lot of that. But anyhow, okay, here's the cornbread. It's all done and ready. You can see how delicious that looks, how good it is. Let me set this here. I'll cover this with butter, y'all. This is my almond flour cornbread. And I'll come back and show you a slice of this. So in the oven I have regular cornbread for Teddy cooking. That's finishing up. And the chili is also ready. So let me show you the chili. This beautiful chili sauce. That's my meal prep. I have my keto chili, my keto cornbread. In the oven, I still have regular cornbread from Kenny. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Let me go ahead and serve it. The chili. Some of the bread. Look at that delicious cornbread. Delicious. Delicious. Add this to here. This is my chili and my cornbread. This is so good. It's a great comfort food. This is the chili that came out really good. It's delicious. Keto chili is a great comfort food, especially for this time of year. This is so delicious. The bread is delicious. I gotta go.
Welcome to my weight loss journey. That's right, I am here and ready to share. I'm Keto Granny, keeping it real and true. And if you need to lose weight, this channel is for you.